Hi, welcome to today's class. In this video, we are going to focus on finding center. So still tapping into the theme of regulating and reconnecting with ourselves and others. But in this way, finding that strength doesn't always have to come from force. So when you are ready to begin, find a calm and quiet space to practice, and then come down onto your back. So bend your knees, scoot your bottom forward if you're coming from a seated position, and then lower down onto your elbows and slowly lower down all the way onto your back. You can keep your knees bent. Have your feet about hip width apart. And just to start, we'll let the knees knock in towards each other. So have the knees touch. Rest your arms at the sides of your body. Close your eyes, and let's fully arrive here on our mats. Inhale through your nose and exhale through your mouth. Inhale and exhale. Softening any tension that you've carried with you today into this moment, so that your body can feel lighter. And then when we're ready to add movement back into the body, the intention for today's practice is to move about or go to about 30 to 40% of range. No need to go to your edge. Finding a bit of ease and calm versus more effort. After a few rounds of your breathing, of your, just breathing in and out, being yourself, being here on your mat, start to let your knees come out about hip width apart. And then you can move your feet around, spread out your toes, and then slowly lower the toes back down if you've lifted them. So you'll feel all four corners of your feet on your mat. Your knees are bent. Your arms can your palms can face down. So you can give a gentle push into the mat. But remember that we are here to create ease versus force. So just a gentle push. And you might be able to see the difference in my body. So if I go like 90%, this is what it looks like. My arms are really engaged and they almost feel like they want to start to shake. But if I go about 30%, I can feel the surface of the palms on the mat, but I'm not really trying to push too hard down into the mat. And maybe you can see the difference. Now, with these smaller movements, you might not be able to see any difference at all, and that's okay. So start our pelvic tilt. Inhale, tilt your pelvis forward and arch your lower back. Now, if you've already automatically gone into 90%, come back down and try again, reminding yourself that we're just going to about 30 or 40%. Take a breath in and exhale. Start to lower back down and gently press the lower back into your mat or floor. And again, if you've automatically gone into 90, 100%, you can come out and you can try again. But we're doing small movements here. So inhale, tilt your pelvis forward, arch the lower back a little bit, and exhale, draw the lower back towards the ground, giving a gentle push, and then repeat, moving at your pace, tilting the pelvis forward and back, forward and back. Inhale, we tilt. Exhale, release. This is a very easy pose to kind of, what's that word I'm looking for? I'm going to say misunderstand because I think there's a better word for it, but it's something that seems seemingly simple. And then when you actually go to do it, there's a lot more to it. And so try to notice that even though this is a very subtle, small movement, that there can be so much going on inside. Let's do 3 more pelvic tilts here. 1, 2, and 3. And then let's pause. You can flip your palms back up if that helps you release through the arms a bit more. And then finding your neutral spine. So this is without trying to push down into the mat or without lifting the lower back. You're finding that middle space between both as you release your pelvic tilts and absorb your practice. Taking a moment to pause. Where did you feel the energy? How did you feel the energy shift in your body? If you would like, blink your eyes open if they're closed, and then let's prepare for our second exercise. So I'm going to bring my feet in a little bit closer than, or they're about hip width or less. So I'm going to bring my feet closer towards each other. However, they don't touch. Still, they are apart from one another. And then on the inhale, let's go into a heel slide. So begin to extend your your left heel out and straighten your leg. And then exhale, bend your knee and slide the heel back in. Inhale, sliding your heel out. Inhale, sliding the knee in, or the heel in. Do this a few times, going your pace. And notice if you've already gone to that 90%, right? You're like, oh, I need to straighten my leg. That can just automatically happen sometimes. So coming back, being intentional about the amount of effort, 30 to 40%. So that means your knee is probably still going to be bent when you extend that heel out. And then you have less ground to cover as you draw the heel back in. Let's do 3 more. 3, 2, and 1. Switching sides. So now on the inhale, we will extend the right heel out. And exhale, draw the right heel back in. Inhale, slide that heel out. And exhale, slide it in. Pay attention to if you have any asymmetries in your body. That's just information. Sometimes there's one side over the other that might be a little bit harder to connect to. Just like sometimes there might be days where it's harder to reconnect or regulate within ourselves. Do 3 more heel slides. 3, 2, and 1. Whew, all right, let your legs go long, and let's take a moment to pause and absorb that part of our practice. Again, these are subtle and seemingly simple, small movements, right? However, you might be feeling a lot energetically within the hips now after those heel slides. You might be feeling more in the spine, and hopefully you're feeling more in the core. This is a gentle way to strengthen your core while taking it slow enough to regulate, to stay calm, to self-soothe. We'll be here for a few moments. Let the ground support your body, scanning your entire body for any tension that you may be carrying that you can release. Maybe it's the toes or feet, ankles, calves, knees, thighs, buttocks, belly, back, chest, shoulders, arms, hands, neck, face. When we start to zoom in, we start to notice that there are actually many things going on within and many ways that we can restrict and tense. So what can you release a little bit more today? Bring movement back into your body. You can start small with the toes and the fingers, giving them a wiggle. And then point your toes and flex your ankles. Bend your elbows. Reach your arms overhead. Point your toes once more and tilt to your pelvis, arching the lower back. Getting long in your body. Inhale. Exhale, bend one knee at a time towards your chest. Giving yourself a hug here. Inhale. Exhale, roll onto your left side. Allow your bottom arm to be a pillow for a moment. And as you lay on your side, let this be a time of rebirth. Reconnecting so that we can figure out what we want to intentionally choose in our lives. Letting go of habits that no longer serve us. Inhale, press yourself up to a seat. And then bring your palms together and your thumbs to your heart. And while I like to use this moment to express gratitude for all of you that follow along with me, I want us to take a moment to express gratitude for ourselves. So thank yourself for doing this practice of finding inner awareness so that you can respond more rather than react. Making it achievable to regulate and reconnect. Namaste.
Thank you for sharing this practice with me today. If you found this helpful, make sure to like, subscribe, and share with someone who might need a little calm today. See you next time.